Good morning, everybody. It is morning manna time. Hope you're ready for the manna for the day. And just want to welcome you to be a part of Morning Manna. For all of the Morning Manna fam, boy, thank you for always being there and sharing the word, spreading the manna, taking it in and giving the hearts, the likes, and always, you know that it's the text, the talk, and the takeaway. I'm ready to give you the manna this morning. And would like to shout out to all of those of you who are the first, second, or third time. Boy, we really like to know who you are and where you are. And we got some requirements. It's the text, it's the talk, it's the takeaway. Then you got to share the manna. Let's get right into this morning's manna. Why do you worship? Many of us are saved and been in church for some time, or maybe a short period of time. And has anybody ever asked you, why do we or why do you worship? I worship for his presence and his power. Here's the text. Here's the text this morning. It's Genesis 3:8. Then the man and the woman and his wife heard the sound of God coming in the cool of the day, and they hid from him. Then Adam and Eve heard the sound of God. Notice God has a sound. In the cool of the day, and they hid from him. Now, you and I were made to worship, and so were Adam and Eve. And worship is being in the presence of God, but they hid from that. And many times we need to understand clearly, what does it mean to worship? And then we can really grab a hold of the sound of God, the presence of God, and the power of God. Here's three things I want to share with you today so that you can really let them marinate and be ready for worship on this Sunday, wherever you may be worshiping. The first thing that is a part of our worship is I worship because it covers me. It covers me. It covers me. Notice that God had to cover them because here's the second thing. He had to correct them. He had to correct them. When you come into the presence of the Lord, notice what he asked. He asked Adam and Eve, what have you been doing? And they had to respond, hey, we did the wrong thing. We've been up to some things that we should not have done. We ate of that tree, and now we see ourselves as naked. And guess what? That's what God wants. He wants to see you naked and bare before him because he needs to correct you. He corrects you by caressing you, by covering you. He made clothes to cover them. And then here's the third thing. He brought clarity to them. Now, before then, in the Garden of Eden, they had things pretty much the way they wanted it. God said, look, because of what you did, there's some consequences. And the consequences are that we're going to have to, you're going to have to work now by the sweat of your brow and the thistles on the food that you would normally eat. And hey, Eve, you're going to have some pain when you bear children. Now, that's what God says to us on any given Sunday morning. He wants to correct things. He doesn't want to crush you. He wants to correct you. Then he wants to cover you and caress you in the comfort of his presence to give you the power so that you can have the clarity to live through your day. That's what God wants. And that's what we should want when you say, I worship for his presence and his power. What's your takeaway this morning? Here's your takeaway this morning. Don't run from his sound, run to his sound. God came in the cool of the day with a sound. Don't run from God's sound. Run to his sound, because his sound will make you sound in your walk with him. Go out and worship him today. Live a life for him of worship. And make sure as Sunday comes, you get ready to worship. May the Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. And I'll see you tomorrow morning with more morning manna. Share the manna. God bless you. Bye now.